John, how are you?
How are you? Oh,
Come on in.
good.
Thank you. You
You
too.
haven't changed since high school.
Neither of you. There, now we're both liars.
Can I throw this in?
Yeah, throw all
Oh
your
my
stuff right
God.
here.
After all these years?
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
Oh, how have you been? You look great.
I've been good. Good. And you?
Yeah, pretty good. How's the insurance business?
Actually, I retired a couple of years ago, but
Oh, great.
I'm keeping busy. How's the
Great.
photography business?
Good. Sit down.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I'm doing great. Just great. Shooting a lot of models for the most popular magazines in town.
Sounds very interesting. You having
Yes.
fun?
Oh yes. How are things by you?
I'm just going through a second divorce.
Yes. I was so sorry to hear about that, but it takes time. But you can't sink low with this. I mean, it's her loss. You're a great guy.
Thank you, Jack.
How are the grandkids?
Oh, thanks for asking. Well, Susan's at NYU. That's why I'm here in the city. So I appreciate letting me stay here. The hotels are so outrageous. So thanks so much.
Sure.
John's in high school, so they're doing real good.
While you're here, you're gonna go out and have some fun.
I think so, yeah.
In fact, I know a woman who's a widow who would love some companionship.
Same old Jack. I don't think so, Jack. I just going through divorce at the time. And it's no.
No, you know what they say. Once you fall off a horse, you're gonna get right back on it.
Yeah, but they also say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Look, when one of my relationships fails, I go out and meet somebody else. I don't get depressed over it.
Yeah, you always like that, Jack. So, did you ever think about settling down?
Well, here's the thing. There's something I don't think you're aware of, but you're my friend and I want to tell you. I'm not your traditional kind of guy.
Yeah, I hear you. So, whatever it is,
I'm gay, John.
I'm okay with that. I'm a little surprised, taken back, because in high school you were such a hit with the girls.
Oh, well, John, I had to be. If this ever got out, there's no telling what turn my life would have taken, especially with all the bigotry. But once I finished college and started working, I realized I have to pursue the kind of life that's right for me. And I'm glad I did. I never looked back.
I'm glad you did too. I mean, in high school there were rumors that you were a fairy, but I always denied it, and you were a good guy. And like I said, you were dating the girls and you were a big hit. So that's okay, Jack. I mean, you don't have to apologize for that today.
Did I shock you, John?
Not at all.
I hope this isn't going to make you uncomfortable.
Not at all. Come on, relax. I mean, just the fact that you've invited me here to stay at your place, I'm very appreciative. So, are you settling down, or got anybody you're seeing now, or what?
Let me show you.
Oh, looks so young.
Well, what can I tell you? I like them young, but of legal age, of course.
Good-looking guy. How'd you meet?
We met in a club.
Maybe I can meet him.
Maybe.
So, I have one important question.
Sure, what is it?
Where's the bathroom? It was a long cab drive.
Straight through there. And make sure you aim straight.
Jack, I always aim straight.
Oh, John, I hope you don't mind sharing the bed with me. It's the only one I have, but don't worry, I won't bite.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, fuck.
What's the matter?
I just remembered Mrs. Hanson is coming tomorrow morning.
Who's Mrs. Hanson?
She's the housekeeper. She comes in a few times a week and insists on waking me up at 8 a.m. to make the beds.
Well, tell her.
Oh, but you don't understand. She's a real bitch. She's always passing these snide comments about my way of life and that she gets her jobs because she knows all these important political people. And she more or less said that if I gave her a hard time or let her go, She could let out a few of my secrets. To be honest, she intimidates me.
That's not fair. So, Jack, listen, you sleep as long as you want tomorrow. I'll take care of Mrs. Hanson.
What are you gonna do?
Just leave it to me, okay? Now, good night. Get a good night's sleep. I'll
All right.
talk to you in the morning.
Okay, night.
It's Friday, June 26th, and this is New York Morning News. Here's what's happening. The race for governor of New York heated up yesterday as both candidates went on the attack concerning each other's support for the Vietnam War. Governor Rockefeller charged that his Democratic opponent Arthur J. Goldberg, quote, supported the war policies of former President Johnson, end quote. Goldberg fired back, charging that Rockefeller supported Nixon's enlargement of the war in Vietnam. In other news, Japan Airlines has announced that it has signed a contract to purchase 2 or more Boeing 737 jumbo jets, bringing its total temperature to 73.
Mrs. Hanson,
Who are you?
I'm John. I'm a friend of Jack's. I'll be spending a few days here with him.
Oh, great. Now I got two for the price of one.
Well, aren't you lucky?
Bad enough I have one guy of questionable character to contend with. Now I got two of you.
Excuse me? Mrs. Hanson, I don't think Jack would appreciate you talking so disrespectfully to me.
Disrespectful. I could never respect a deviant like you.
First of all, I'm not a deviant, okay?
Where is the Sleeping Beauty? I need to make the bed.
He's sleeping, he's not feeling well, he may have a touch of the flu.
Flu? It's probably more like a social disease. Look, I have a schedule to follow. I have to get out of here. I have other job. I need to make the bed.
Okay, finish your job here and I'll take care of it. You can go. I'll make the bed, no problem.
Less work for me to do. And besides, I wouldn't want to catch what you two guys have.
John, will you excuse us? I'd like to have a word with Mrs. Hanson.
Sure.
Mrs. Hanson, I heard what you just said, and I forbid you to talk to my guests like that.
Guess? Don't you mean trick?
Mrs. Hanson, I put up with your sarcasm and I don't like it, and I won't have you making my guests feel uncomfortable.
Oh, fine. One day you are going to have to answer to a higher power and get your final judgment. Deviants like you always pay in the end. Oh, it's a damn shame what you people do. Ugh.
Higher power still loves us, and passing judgment is not favored by him either. In fact, I'm going to do you a big favor, so you won't have to look us deviants anymore. You're fired,
You can't do that. I do my job.
and your job doesn't include verbally abusing me.
Well, I'm sorry, but you are going to be sorry. And I know important people, and you're going to pay for this. I do my job good.
Oh, does that include stealing?
What are you talking about?
I seem to be missing a crystal ashtray and some pieces of family silver.
Dare you? I never stole anything.
Since you're the only one who comes in here beside me, I would say it's a process of elimination.
What about your boyfriend over there?
Those items went missing before John arrived. Mrs. Hanson, you don't intimidate me anymore, because if you dare let out some of my so-called secrets, now I have ammunition on you.
You have ammunition on me? I'll be happy to leave. At least I won't have to deal with you. All the other people I work for are nice, decent, normal people who lead decent lives.
Mrs. Hanson, good riddance. Now get out.
Burn in hell, you filth!
That's right, Mrs. Hanson. And when you see your nice, normal, decent people, don't forget to give them this deviant's regards.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Mrs. Hanson. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, told her.
I owe it all to you.
What did I do?
Well, you made me stand up for her, not let her make the beds when she wants.
Huh.
You showed me he was in charge. I was just afraid of her making trouble for me. I was even afraid to the point where I didn't want to confront her about the missing items. But now, she denies taking them, so I could deny what she says about me.
Hey, what can I say? I'm glad I could help.
I think we could have a both good breakfast.
They're both good breakfasts. What is it going to be?
Pancakes.
It was almost 1 year ago today that the police raid on the Stonewall Inn turned the streets of Manhattan into a hellscape as hundreds of gay men and women took to the streets in riots that lasted 6 days. Now police are once again preparing for the worst as rumors swirl about a proposed gay march this Sunday.
Oh, John, I spoke to Ellen, and I set something up for you tonight at 8 o'clock.
Jack, I appreciate it, but I don't think this is going to work out. I mean, I'm just not going to be comfortable.
Nonsense. Bury the past and concentrate on the present.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but, these blind dates, they've never worked out for me.
John, let me tell you something that happened to me years ago. I fell in love with this guy, and I was thrilled when the feeling was mutual. So we started dating and had a great time. And after a while, I started hearing less from him. I tried calling, and if he didn't answer, he couldn't talk and was always in a hurry. And I tried calling him at work, and they took a message, but he didn't call back. And then one day, I got that dreaded Dear John letter in the mail. He explained that he didn't plan it this way, but he fell for somebody else. A Catholic priest, no less.
Oh.
Huh. So, he said I was still a great guy and he wished me the best of luck. So I phoned him and was crying, and, he was apologizing all over the place. After that, I was so tempted to call the archdiocese and report that priest. But, being raised Catholic, my mom always told me, let God handle any problems that came along. But then after a while, I just got so tired of being in this depressed slump. So I picked myself up, I dusted myself off, and I went out and met somebody else. And that's what you've got to do. Take it from somebody who's been through it. You'll feel much better.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's just that, I've been through a divorce, and I don't know.
Remember the old team song? We are the bums
Of old Hampton High, you bring the whiskey, I'll bring the rye. Send the freshmen out for gin, and don't let a sober sophomore in.
We never stagger, we never fall. We sober up on good alcohol,
while the royal faculty lies drunk on the ballroom floor. I'll do it.
Great.
So, Ellen, how many times you've been married?
4 times. Wow. 4 times. I've been married 4 times. And each one just keeps getting dumber and dumber and dumber.
You're
Just
kidding.
like they can't keep up with me. Can't
That's
keep up
funny.
with me. My last one
What
had a
was the
heart
worst
attack.
thing that he ever did?
The worst thing he ever did was wanted to go 12 hours with me.
You're kidding.
No. He called it a marathon.
Yeah.
You know what a marathon is, right?
I don't know.
No.
What is a marathon?
A marathon is when you go for 12 hours.
Wow.
Solid,
You didn't-
non-stop.
Really? You've done that, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Oh, relax, relax,
Yeah.
relax. Don't worry, I'm not going to bite you. Not too much,
No.
anyway. I'll be gentle.
This is not going to work. No.
Mm-hmm. Let's take off your jacket. Go ahead. I'll take off your jacket. So uptight. So uptight. There we go. So loosen up a little. That's all you have to do is loosen up a little bit. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. This is
It's okay.
It's not working for me.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll be gentle, I promise. Okay? Relax, relax. Wait, okay. Don't worry. I got something really nice for both of us. I do. I got something really nice for both of us, okay? We're gonna have so much fun tonight. I'm gonna go right now. You stay right
Okay.
there. Right there.
I'm not going anywhere.
People used to say the trouble with the man was gambling his life away on a whim. Yes, he did. But I thought he was just all right. But I'm sad to tell you, so sad, Willie didn't come back home last night. No.
John, what happened? Where's your jacket?
Sit down.
What happened?
So, you can pick up my jacket for me, okay?
Sure, but what went wrong?
Jack, it was a mistake. This whole thing was a mistake. I shouldn't have gone through with this. She just came on too strong, too fast. You know, I wasn't ready for it. And you know, one thing led to another, and then I was not turned on. You know, and she struck lascivious poses and trying to get me excited, and it was just not working. And on top of that, I have doubts about myself right now. You know, my own sexuality. I've always loved women. You know, as you know, I was married twice. And I don't know what to say, but you're the person I should talk to about this.
Well, did you ever have an attraction to men?
I have. I have in the past, but I never acted out on it. I mean, I never wanted to be that way. Do you know what I mean? And just lately, the past few months, and my second wife, Maureen, always felt there was something wrong, and she asked me if I was gay, and I said, I'm not gay. And I still have this attraction, but I'm not gay. I'm not that way.
John, did you ever think of the possibility that you might be bisexual? That's what it sounds like to me, and I don't think you could accept that half of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, who could be proud of something like that?
I learned to be proud because I says, I was born with those feelings, and the thing is, if I don't be proud of it, I'm gonna do myself a disservice. And if I live miserably, I'm not enjoying life. I can't force myself to be something I'm not. So you gotta just live with it. And you just gotta live the life that you feel more comfortable with.
How can you be proud of something like this?
It's nothing to be ashamed of. And take it from somebody who's an old pro at it now. So, how do you feel now? Do you think you could probably get used to this? Step by step. There's no rush. In fact, there's a parade tomorrow, and we're going.
A parade?